Hey, good morning. Happy Tuesday. It feels like a Monday, but happy Tuesday. Hope your weekend was great and that you had some time to relax and rejuvenate and recover from the week before that. If you had anything crazy going on, I just finished working out with Dr. Amikongo at Bikram Yoga Works Online, and it was so fun, but so hard. But I'm ready to face this week ahead. I wanted to check in with you though before we get our week started about this principle that's been in my mind for a while. And many of you have heard of this idea, or maybe you haven't. But as you think about your life this week and you're going through your day to day, I want you to really pay attention to your experiences with the people in your lives, your experience with the people at the workplace, just your experience in general. And be reminded of the fact that we get in life not what we want oftentimes, but what we think that we deserve. And if you are going through anything right now that makes you feel unloved, unworthy, disrespected, unsafe, I would really encourage you to ask yourself, what is it about me that makes me think I don't deserve more than what I'm experiencing right now? What is it about you that makes you believe that you don't deserve more than what you're getting right now, or better than what you're getting right now, whether it's in your relationship, in the workplace, in your health and wellness, in your finances, in any aspect of your life? Because we get not what we want, not what we believe, but what we think, what we believe that we deserve. Because if you thought that you deserved better, you would have better. If you thought that you deserved better, you would do the work to get better. But if you find yourself in a constant situation where you're constantly questioning, um, why am I here? If you're constantly feeling like this relationship or this work situation or this money situation is dysfunctional or disrespectful, or it did not diminishes me, does not make me feel good, makes me feel, less than the worthy person that I think that I am, you have to start with self, because everything starts and ends with what we believe about ourselves. And so again, if you're finding yourself consistently, constantly in a situation where you feel like people are trashing you, or just disrespecting you, or your workplace, whatever that is, it's because you don't think that you deserve better. And that's it. Because if everything changed today, but you didn't change internally, if you changed all the people in your life, but you did not change who you are, you would find yourself with those same people or variations of those same people again, because you didn't change your mindset, because you don't believe that you deserve better. I think it was Jim Rohn said that if you win the lottery and you're poor and you win $1 million, you better become a millionaire in the mind. Because if you don't become a millionaire in the mind, that money's going to leave you. And that's why we see oftentimes people who win the lottery who lose their money just like that, because there's no shift in the consciousness. They don't change their perception of themselves. They're not attached to, they're not in tune with the perception of themselves. They don't develop the skills. They don't develop the mindset, so all the money goes. Because they don't believe themselves to be anything better than what they were before. They did not make the change. They get what they deserve, which is to be back where they started. Same thing out here in this life. A couple of years ago, not a couple of years ago, years ago actually, I was arguing with one of my friends, and I was letting him have it. You don't respect me, you take me for granted. I was just going off. Came for his neck. And he listened for a while and just listened and listened and listened and listened. And then finally he said, well, Muadi, if you think that I think that about you, why do you want to hang out with me in the first place? And I was like, who are you talking to? So that just made me madder. And actually the argument escalated. But then a couple of years later, when I calmed down, yes, I said a couple of years later. Sometimes, it takes a minute for the lesson to sink in. But the lesson sunk in and he was right. If I really believed that he took advantage of me, disrespected me, didn't appreciate me, why in the world would I put in the effort to be with him in the first place? Why? And we're great friends to this day. And I still thank him to this day for that lesson. Why would I want to? Because I didn't really, really, really believe that I deserved better. I didn't really, really believe in myself. I didn't really believe that it was possible for me to be in a situation where I felt truly valued, truly seen, truly respected. I didn't believe it. And that's why I kept attracting those kind of situations. And when I started to shift, here's the thing. When I started to shift my mindset, when I started to shift my perception and my understanding of my true value and what I really deserved, everything around me changed. And some of the people stayed the same, but our energy and our dynamic changed because I changed. And some of the people bounced because our dynamic changed because I elevated my worth. I upgraded everything because I started to understand what I deserved. And I started to really understand that everything that I was experiencing was a direct reflection of what I believed to be true about myself. So if you are in a situation, whether it's a relationship or in the workplace or just even your own health and wellness. Now, I'm not talking about people who have chronic illnesses. I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about those of us, we gained the extra 20 pounds during the pandemic because we were eating and doing the wrong things. Those are the people I'm talking about, right? If you want a better lifestyle, you first have to believe that you're worthy and of a better lifestyle, that you deserve a better lifestyle. If you want a better relationship, you have to believe that you're worthy of that. And then you begin to act accordingly, and then things start to shift. But if you are constantly in a situation where you feel disrespected, I'm talking about at work or at home or out in these streets, disrespected, disregarded, not valued, mistreated, it's because somewhere in there, in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit, you believe that's what you deserve. So this week as you go forward, if you once again find yourself in a situation where this person is getting on your nerves or really making you angry, or this place is hurting your feelings, or this person, people are disrespecting you, you're finding yourself in that place where you feel unworthy, you feel like you're being diminished, you feel like you're disrespected, I want you to pause. Shut your mouth. Don't argue with anybody. Don't argue, because the person you should be arguing with, if you're going to argue, is with yourself. And ask yourself, what is it about me that makes me feel I don't deserve better? That's your work. That's the invitation for the conversation. That's where the focus should be, on yourself. Healing that part of you that doesn't think you deserve better. Healing that part of you that thinks you're not worthy. Healing that part of you that you think that somehow you're being punished, or this is your karma, or this is whatever. There's some kind of excuse out there that makes you have to deserve, that makes you deserve going through the nonsense, the foolishness, the craziness, the disrespect that you're going through right now. Because you wouldn't put up with it if you didn't deserve it. Period. Bottom line. And once you heal yourself of this illusion that you are somehow not worthy and that you are somehow deserve to be somebody's punching bag or somebody's whipping boy or girl, or be used and abused and disrespected by people. Once you heal that part of yourself that thinks that you deserve that, trust and believe, things will start to change. Either you'll put them out or they'll walk out because they're not getting their needs served. Because people who abuse you or treat you poorly, there's an attachment. It's a two-way street, right? There's an enabling that happens, and they feed off of that energy. Once you cut off the supply, they're out looking for their next fix, and it won't be from you, right? So once you're at work, if there's somebody who's really toxic at work, and they push your buttons, and you're staying, or you have a job that, or a boss that disrespects you, they get something out of disrespecting you. Cut off their supply by building up your self-esteem. Cut off their supply by building up your understanding of your own self-worth. Once you do that, everything else will level out. Now, you may not have as many friends as you used to. I used to have a whole Rolodex full of friends. I got like a handful now, and I'm cool with it. I used to get invited to ghost places all the time, and I'd be over here and over there. I don't get as many invitations as I used to, but I'm cool with it because the invitations that I do get are lovely, and the friends that I do have are fabulous because that's what I deserve. So as you're going forward this week, if you find yourself in a situation where you are once again being disrespected, where you are once again being mistreated, ask yourself in that moment, not out loud, what do I have to believe about myself to believe that this is what I deserve? And what can I do to heal myself of the illusion that this is all I'm worth? And then commit to doing that work. And as you start to work on yourself, as you start to build back your self-esteem, as you start to remember and reconnect with and recommit to your original value, the truth of who you are, all that other stuff's going to work itself out. I promise you. All right, so that's my message. We get not what we believe, not what we want, but what we deserve. And if what you're getting is not aligned with what you really, really want out of life, ask yourself, why is it that I don't think I deserve better? And what can I do to heal myself of that illusion? All right? That's it. Hope you have a great week. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.